Hello everyone, how's it going? My name's Pickle, and welcome back. Oh. Has my game already crashed? Are you kidding me? Okay, no, thank goodness. Wow, that was a... Oh, it actually has crashed. You've got to be kidding me. Wow. 4 seconds into the stream and the game's crashed. That is remarkable. Okay, I'm going to do a very quick send and close. Wow, that was unreal. I hope everyone's doing good today, though. If that doesn't sum up my day so far, I honestly don't know what will, because, it's been an abysmal day. Abysmal, but I hope that you guys are doing good. We are live in Satisfactory whenever it bothers working, and it's normally a good time. Welcome, Vinod, hope that you're well. I didn't do anything for the game to crash, and I don't even know the last time that I autosaved. Because I have been playing the game now for about 2 hours off camera. Well, not even playing it, just like AFK for a little bit, collecting some resources. I also cleaned up the personnel storage monster that I had collecting. I've left there collecting dust, essentially. Because I think we had something like 45,000 items that were just left, actually probably more, that were just left there. So I decided to just tidy it up a little bit, sort it out into its appropriate slots. Oh, it's so bad, just a boring day. Just long, boring, tiresome. Welcome, Asuna, hope that you're doing good. It's been a minute, welcome back to the stream. We'll get straight back into Satisfactory in just a second. That was probably the quickest crash I've ever had, which is really good fun. Regardless, I will still explain what we are going to try and do today. The main thing that I want to try and do is extend our conveyor belt line out as far as we physically can, which should be the entire way across the Dune Desert, because we're going from west to east, which shouldn't take that many blueprints. I think we calculated it was about 45 blueprints, which is still quite a fair bit. The thing that I'm a little bit concerned about is the amount of resources that I need, and have I actually got enough? I should do, but fingers crossed. It's your birthday tomorrow. Oh, nice. Well, happy early birthday. I hope you have a fantastic day. I don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow. I might make a shorts video. I'm not quite sure, but tomorrow I might stream. I don't know, because like Wednesdays I'm not home in the late afternoon and evening time, which is normally when I start my streams now. So we'll see how things are gonna go. I could always just move my stream about an hour earlier, and that should fix the problem. But we'll see how things go. Oh well. Yep, the storage box monster has been slain. It was it was about time. Now, in total, there was 61 personnel storage boxes completely filled to the brim full of items. Okay, luckily we got an autosave in there, that's not too bad. You have 90,000 concrete? Luckily we do. We have... I believe the last time I checked, it was a couple 100,000 concretes saved up, which is quite nice. I preferably do want to try and get to roughly 400,000 concrete in reserves, which is quite a lot. That's about 100 stacks? No, it must be more than that. 500. Almost 1,000 stacks. Yeah, it's more like 800 stacks of concrete, which is quite a lot. I mean, I don't need 800 stacks of concrete. But you never know. You never know. But thank you, by the way, for the 2 subscribers over on YouTube last night, and for the Twitch follower last night as well. That's very kind. We're now up to 380 followers over on Twitch, which is incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Hopefully our game is going to work today. If you guys have just tuned in, we had a crash after about 4 seconds, which was my quickest crash of the year, which isn't great. Regardless, let's see where we spawned in. Okay, we spawned in here. That's not too bad. The game might be a little bit laggy to begin with, but I'm sure everything will be completely fine. But like I was saying a bit earlier on, I want to try and extend our conveyor belt line out to there. I also want to plop down our conveyor belt blueprints, because I very quickly want to try and tweak a couple of these blueprints. As you can see, we have got a lot of conveyor poles placed down. But another blueprint that we managed to make, I think it was off camera a couple days ago, was this, I believe. There we go. So what I can do, if I was to place in the auto connect feature, it will automatically connect all of our conveyor belts together, rather than me having to manually keep doing it again and again and again. So that's definitely what I do want to try and get done. And if I can just remove all of these conveyor poles, that would then save me quite a long time. So that's the very first thing I do want to try and get done today. Inventory-wise, we are filled to the brim of items. Like, let me just do that very quickly. And then actually take from inventory first, just in case. The only 2 blueprints I'm going to be touching today, regarding this part at least. Also, yeah, I've organized the dam into its own little storage area as well. So, like I said, I have been quite busy off camera. Which is always good fun. In fact, my game seems to be running smoother now than what it was earlier. Because when I was playing a bit earlier on, it was really laggy. But no, the game seems alright now. And this is going to be changing massively over the course of the next couple of weeks. Because our dam's going to go up to around about there. So we're going to have to extend this up. We'll then do some interesting design. And I think we'll make it look not terrible. Oh dear. It won't look completely terrible. That's my objective. Are we going to succeed? I don't know. There we go. And there shouldn't be any mess here either. Oh, brilliant. Will you look at that? That's great. We'll then save you. Confirm. And we'll then load in the sister blueprint, essentially. This. Which is the identical blueprint. Well, somewhat identical. It's a flat blueprint. The outside's different, the inside's different, the bottom bit's different, but the top bit is the same. It's not really identical. Oh well. 16.667 in industrial storage containers. Yeah, it's quite a lot. I probably don't need that much. Even for me. Even though I never used concrete. I have barely ever used it, in fact. There we go. We'll then save that there. We'll then clear the blueprint designer. And how much mess have I made? I can fit all of that into there. Brilliant. I've got a feeling that yeah, that's 4 stacks. Although, no, we're slightly off. Damn. Okay, in that case, is there anything here I don't mind binning? Let's see. Well, that's 4 stacks. Brilliant. Okay, we actually managed to earn that back there. Great. Now what I'll do is just what I was talking about a little bit earlier on. Try and get rid of these a lot. I don't want to replace these particular blueprints. Because I've had to nudge them in a very certain way. That was quite finicky. But now everything should be fine. And I have also got the music turned on. I don't know why sometimes the in-game music just doesn't turn on. Oh, there we go. Oh dear. The second I said it, it happened. The second I said, I hope my game doesn't crash, it crashes. Now the second I say, oh, I hope there's a bit of music, the music plays. Like I'm jinxing myself today, it's unreal. Right. How many resources am I actually going to bring up here? We have got other resources that I don't necessarily want, so the most obvious being the copper down over there. We've also got some caterium up there, some limestone over here as well. None of this is what I need for my rocket fuel logistics. However, eventually I might need it for something else. So I'm actually going to keep these here for the time being. That might be a smart idea. A smart idea among dumb ideas is a welcome change. You've finished most of the common products for your caterium factory. The only thing left is the crystal oscillators, which is 27.5 manufacturers. Damn. Hopefully that goes well. Yeah, to everyone who's watching today's stream, whether you're watching live or if you're watching on the repeats, it's awesome to have everyone tuning in. So, welcome, make yourself at home, enjoy the stream. Hopefully it will be a fun one. If it stops blinking crashing, that'll be grand. Ooh, that is going to fit. Lovely. I was a bit concerned that wouldn't fit there. But no, that's all good. Bring you down to there. Chuck you into here. And oh dear, I'm climbing the ladder apparently. That's what I wanted to do, yes. Six by 6 tower, alright. Must be a relatively tall tower then, if it's a quantum encoder tower. Or Yeah, the quantum factory. Right, so you line up with... Oh, that is right. Okay. It didn't seem it, but I think it is. Also, you facing the wrong way? No. Okay. It looked like you were facing the wrong way, but I didn't think you could face the wrong way. And you can't. It's just an optical illusion. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, can I stop doing that? 100 meters tall so far. Damn. Why is it being so finicky? I'd love to know. There we go. Brilliant. Is that everything done? I believe so. You are dead snapping there a tiny bit, so I will try and fix that. Passing all this out whilst I'm here. You know what might be relatively useful? Is this. I figured it was about time. Like, we keep leaving this area and then going back in again, so might as well just place that down. Makes life a bit simpler. Yes. I thought there was a problem. Problem, however, no more. There we go. I could have left that open, but no. Rather, it was just closed. You guys can go there as well. I know why that was there. I can fix that in a minute. It's not really a problem. Oh, you're still here. Oh, I hate when that happens. This is why we double check things like this. Those little problems. Come back over to here. Pop you down there. Get rid of you two, because again, you will just dead snap, and I don't really want you to do that. There we go. Okay, brilliant. So everything in here is now sorted. Do I remember the order in which I wanted everything to go? Not particularly, but I can always just screenshot it and write it down if I have to. Okay. Now let's test out this blueprint. Chuck it in there. Why not? And I hope this is actually going to line up. I'm rather unsure, if I'm honest. So you're definitely correct. You're going the right direction. Doesn't seem like that will like... Oh, wait, no. I didn't have autoconnect turned on, did I? That's fine. No. Bloody hell, man. No, I think this one... There we go. Okay, so this can actually work. Which shouldn't really be too surprising. I was expecting it to work. The fact it does what I expected it to do, again, shouldn't come across as a massive surprise. Though. Oh, it is lagging, though. Look at that. Look at my character. I don't think my game is going to be appreciating this. Alas, let's still plop it down, though. Are all the pipes going to connect? Should do. No. Why did the pipes not connect? Oh. That's a really cool animation. I haven't seen that in so long. That's pretty awesome, though. Okay. So you guys are all now fine. The good thing is I can come back one more. The problem might be, though, this concrete pillar is kind of in the way. I can, in theory, move you three out of the way. But I don't necessarily want to... Oh, no, I suppose I have to. At least move this central one out the way. Because if you continue to go straight through here, you're just going to collide with, like, this, for example. And I obviously don't really want you to do that. So I think what I'll end up doing here is this. Middle one is here. What I'll then do is grab you, swivel you around there like so. And yes, bring you up to around about here if I had the right blueprint. Or object even. Level-wise, you should be the same level. That shouldn't be a problem. Yep, there we go. Okay, brilliant. And that will then solve the concern of this conveyor going straight through there. Okay, you're still there. I do very quickly want to try and actually adjust that in our logistic blueprints there. But other than that, I don't want to make any other changes. It's a very brief change, but it's necessary though. Because again, if that was to continue straight through to here, then it's just going to go through there. It's going to be quite annoying to deal with later on. Oh well. But thank you very much to everyone who's currently tuning into the stream. We should be live today for... Oh, hello. Okay, that's just there now. We should be live today for about 2 hours. Maybe a bit longer, so there's plenty of... well, quote-unquote entertainment. If you're as, like, psychopathic as I am regarding factory games, then it's probably entertainment. If Fortnite's more of your jam, then this is probably, like, mental torture. So, for all of us factory nerds, this will be hopefully a pretty entertaining couple of hours, because we are going to be doing quite a lot of logistical stuff today, and expanding our conveyor belt highway, which is something that I've been looking forward to now for... oh gosh, how long? Months. Months, yeah, months. Logistic help, there we go. I can now clear you. Lovely. This shouldn't create a mess, I hope. Should be all good here. We're not all good here, okay. Although what I do want to try and do is probably upload some of you guys to my dimensional depot. Why not? Welcome, Calron. Hope that you're doing well. Has anyone tried a sushi belt in 1.1? Wondering if the splitters and mergers were improved. I tried it in, well, before update 1.1, so I can't really comment if they've improved it or made it worse. Maybe one day we'll give it a shot. Definitely get my computers uploaded there as well. Lovely. Get it out of here. Okay, brilliant. The next stage now is essentially just to continue this until we get back to around about here, where we'll then see what I have to try and do regarding this curve. Preferably what I want is one blueprint coming up to around about there, the logistical blueprint, then another logistical blueprint right here. Therefore, either if it doesn't auto-connect, I can just simply connect it myself. But I've got a feeling that one in particular won't auto-connect, which is fine. If you've never used this feature before, by the way, it's not a mod, it's built in-game. Everyone can do it. Oh, I didn't remove that. Wow, that's unbelievably frustrating. You can still hear a Mercersphere or something. I know there was a Mercersphere that I saw in yesterday's livestream that I didn't actually collect. Sometimes I try and save it for, like, when I go out of my way to collect Mercerspheres. But the problem is, sometimes I end up forgetting what I've collected and what I haven't collected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I'll leave that there for now. Just in case I not make a mistake, because we don't do that around this channel. No, no, no. Never before made a mistake in my life. Other than all the mistakes I've made. Flawless statistics. Yeah. At least now we know where to line it up. It's pretty obvious. That's always quite nice. Right, I'll do one click there, then just nudge you back. As far back as I can go, preferably. Which should be a pretty good amount. I do notice though, the further back I do end up going, the worse my game starts to lag. Which is fine. This is okay. Okay, maybe it's not okay. Holy. solid 5 frames per second gameplay. Okay, that's a bit too far. Brilliant. If I can even click it. There we go. That took so long. Oh, dearie me. Right, you. Now I want you to come back. Here. Here we go. Rip my frames, but wait, did I not click? I didn't click. Wow. Brilliant content, as always. The Valhalla and Pickle YouTube account. And Twitch account. We are live over on Twitch now as well. I think. Right? I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, there we go. It is lined up there perfectly. And I suppose... yeah, you can come back a bit further. Although not too far though, because you have to try and bend you. That seems pretty good by my extremely low standards. Then yeah, you're just going to be there. I don't think you're going to be contributing to this particular project. Because I know that I do need... holy. A couple coal nodes from directly underneath here. Somewhere... is it underneath here as well? How far down do I have to go? There we go. You two. I suppose you guys could come out there, then bring you up just to make it look a bit more, dramatic. Less pointless. More meaningful. Yes. Look at all these conveyor belts. It looks so good. I just love seeing all these conveyor belts in action. Speaking of, are you good? Yeah, that looks fine. Brilliant. Now here comes the part which I am rather uncertain with. Oh, I know you're trying. Fair play, you are trying. I mean, bloody hell, that looks dreadful, but the attempt's there at least. I think, you know what, I'll just do it by hand. Because if I was to do it like this, I mean, it's just all going to the wrong places. Although that is actually correct. So everything here... other than one pipe is a bit wrong, but I can, again, just do that by hand. Let's do it, then you as well. I'll just leave you there for now. Thank you. Half an hour later. You guys have got to go. Then, if I activate curve, this hopefully will end up looking rather good. I hope. Holy... oh, you're straight mode. I was gonna say, that looked dreadful. But it looked dreadful though because it was my mistake. It was my beefsteak. I've also got to make sure, actually that's a good shout, to connect the electricity together. So I can use my hover pack. This way I can just, you know, save on fuel, I can get a nice little height advantage as well. Welcome Jakub, hope that you're doing good, man. How did you angle that? Oh, it took about an hour. It took about an hour of just pain. I streamed some of it yesterday, but essentially this particular part here, you can sort of see where I've had a slight mental breakdown. But yeah, this took a very long time to do, unfortunately. Essentially what I did was I got this blueprint here, and then make sure that these two corners were lined up perfectly, and place this one in the direction that I wanted it to go in, which is directly east. And this is at like a 45-degree angle to east. So that's how I managed to do that. Welcome Camille, hope that you're doing good. And welcome Lolo King, hope that you're doing good as well. There you go, as you can see, things are starting to look beautiful. Look at that. Oh, it's the perfect curves. Oh, beautiful. It's got no resources on it yet. Wait, you going the wrong way? No, you're... wait, I swear that's going this direction. It says it should be going over there, but that's definitely reversed. Okay, no, you're fine. Good. Wow, that was just my brain cells there. My last 2 functioning brain cells. Before I continue this, I definitely do want to try and fix our power problem. Which, to be fair, won't take that long at all. I zone you up to there. Zone you to there as well. And if I leave this here, what I can do... chuck in a couple of these. You to there, then you to here. There definitely are visible signs here of the breakdown, but it's okay. Welcome, Lily. Long time no see. Welcome back. There we go. Stood around? Oh, of course. Luckily, I've managed to find... oh, bloody hell. I've managed to find a game that I'm just so passionate about. So making content and streams and videos for this game, it's just... it feels natural now because of how much I'm just enjoying it. Eating and watching. Wow. Well, hopefully I don't put you off your dinner. Or your oh! Jacob with a membership? Yo, can we get some absolutely massive GG's to Jacob in the chat? Thank you so much, man. Welcome to the night of a Realm membership. Thank you so much. Enjoy. Thank you for supporting the channel. This is the bugger? I was wondering where this sound was coming from. How am I doing? Yeah, not doing too bad. I'm really missing Battlefield 6. I've got sleepless nights. Sleepless nights. Wanting Battlefield 6 back in my arms. Am I Polish? No, I'm Chinese. I know it's the accent. I do sound extremely Polish. Any Polish words I know? Yeah, of course. Bober. There you go. I still don't know what Berber actually means. I think it's like... beaver. Oh well. I think we might have solved our power problem now. So if I go into my hover pack... no. Oh, brilliant. Wow, fantastic. Bloody hell. Also, we have got some hogs around here. That's fine. The hogs can control it. So I've got... oh, right, I see what I've done. So you're going to here. If I just connect that, now our power problem should be completely 100, maybe 50% fixed. Yeah. Wow. It is a beaver. Oh, wow. See? Right, let's continue our logistics. What is that? Ew. Better. Go, 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 go. Love your voice. Oh, thank you very much. You put 200 hours into Satisfactory during 2 weeks, but you didn't like your factory, so you started from the beginning. That's fair enough. I think everyone does the same thing. Okay, a few of you might be able to notice I've currently got 1 frame per second, so I'm going to click that there. Then I'm going to do the exact same thing, and this is the part I'm actually unsure with. Let's see. There. So if I click it now, then go back. Okay, you don't want to go back. Why don't you want to... oh, you didn't click, that's why. No! Wait, okay. No. Let's try that again, shall we? Click. Maybe I've got to lock it into place. No, that can't be right. If I was to go further back now, it... oh. Okay, wait. Yeah. Okay, I might have to do this part here by hand. I mean, that's abysmal, first of all. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's all on straight mode as well. No, we don't want that. Is there going to be a solution to this? Firstly, how far back can you go? You can go up to around about there. Right, that's just not good enough though, is it? Brilliant, there we go. How the heck am I going to get you up to here? Firstly, I think I want just default mode. There we go. I don't know if that's going to make a massive difference, but I guess we're going to find out shortly. That's what I wanted right there. Brilliant. Now, if I yeet you upwards... Okay, that's... Wow. That's something. My PC is fighting for its life. Going, keep going. Apparently I've landed. Brilliant. Up. Back. Up. Back. I just keep going until I can't go anymore, essentially. Though, you know what? Like, it looks so unbelievably terrible. I think what I might do is honestly just, like, redo the belts anyway. Yep. We'll do that. I just plop that into position. Preferably without going all the way back. Select all these conveyor belts, just get rid of them instantly. Then get rid of everything except for the last ones. My PC specs. I am unsure exactly of what it is. All that I know is that I've got a 1070. NVIDIA graphics card or something. Which isn't great. It's much below the recommended for what this game needs. The thing is, I always kept on saying I want to try and get a new PC, or at least some new parts. But every time I've been close to getting a new PC, or new PC parts, I've just... not. I browse, I browse for computer parts. But the price on some of them, it's unreal. Now that I'm going to university, I don't really see much of a point. I'm trying to save up for that now as well, which is just unbelievably expensive for what it is. But then it's one of those things again where the reason why I didn't go to university a bit earlier on in my life, because I'm 23 and I haven't gone to uni yet, is because I thought I'd be able to get some sort of internship or apprenticeship without a degree. But it turns out, no, they really want you to have that piece of paper. And another problem that I'm finding now is that when I was applying to a lot of these, like, beginner-friendly jobs, for example, where they want people there who have no experience, like first-time jobs, they require you to have experience. But the whole point of me getting a job for work experience is to get the job for work experience. But you're saying that I now need to have work experience for the job that gives me work experience. The whole reason I'm wanting to get this job at this particular place. So now I'm having to spend like 50 grand to get a piece of paper that's like, yeah, I'm not a complete moron, can I please get a job now? Too much. It really is. Bear in mind, it wasn't long ago where hardly anyone went to university. Now, if you, like, what I want to do, for example, is archaeology around, like, the Roman period in Britain, or around Europe, preferably in the Levant. That's, like, the end goal, is to travel to the Levant, so, like, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, Palestine, Israel, whatever you want to call it, and discover some, like, Roman archaeology out there, because the thing is, not many people have done that. And when I go to visit Lebanon, you get to see a lot of the actual, like, Roman sites that have just been abandoned. Completely abandoned. And you look at it and you think, that's a bit of a shame. That's why I'm so passionate about that particular region. And the Romans in particular. Even to go dig a hole, it's like, oh no, you have to have like 4 years of university experience. Yeah, cheers. I can understand to some regard why, but like, I'm sure a lot of it can be explained in a 20-minute PowerPoint presentation. As long as you have like a basic understanding of the Romans and what exactly you're doing. But no. And 50 grand. The actual, like, the definition, or not the definition, the thing that I'm studying is ancient history with the pathway of archaeology. So I still have to learn about the Egyptians, the Greeks, and mostly just that. But the actual pathway that I want to do when I leave uni will be to do the Romans. I don't mind the Egyptian and Greek history, it's still pretty cool. But with the Romans, it goes to all the places that I'm most interested in. Also, a fun fact, by the way, the Greek gods Europa, who I believe was a consort of Zeus, was born in a place called Tyre, and Tyre is actually located in modern-day Lebanon. So Europa, which is where we get the word Europe from, actually comes from a place in the Middle East. Just thought I'd let you guys know that little fun fact. But of course, at the time, Greek god, so... It's like when people say that St. George is Arab. It's like, well, he was born in modern-day Turkey, which was Christian, until the, well, killed all the Christians that were there. Anything else that I really want? I suppose I want to try and get rid of this. I want to try and expand the conveyor belt highway. I also very quickly want to try and record something, so let's turn off the in-game music, which is always coming on whenever I need to try and record something. There we go. Brilliant. You bought a new PC. Should be shipped soon. Nice. It's such a good feeling, isn't it? When you've bought, like, especially some sort of electronic device. I don't know what it is, but there's something different than buying, like, clothes, for example. There's just something about buying electronics that's just an unbelievable adrenaline rush. I can't really explain, but it's good fun, though. And all of our conveyor belt logistics are done. Well, for the first 4 blueprints, at least. We still have a lot more to do. Simply put, the next course of action is going to be to completely extend this conveyor belt highway. Which I'm hoping we can try and do within the next 3 to 5 business years. But I must say, it is a pretty awesome view. Da-da-da, da-da-da. The view is actually really cool from up here. Can you imagine this with a massive pyramid? With an iron factory? In case you guys don't know the plan for this area, we're going to have quite a few of these conveyor belt highways going all across, well, actually technically all around the Dune Deserts. Then in the middle of the Dune Deserts, we're going to have a massive pyramid with our iron factory and our concrete factory somewhere rather close as well. And it's going to be the biggest mega project I've ever attempted. So, yay. Looking forward to that. I really am. Should be a good laugh. A good giggle. A good couple breakdowns, I'm sure, but oh well. It's not a satisfactory project unless you've had at least 4 different breakdowns. I'm really selling this game, aren't I? Oh dear. No, it's a good laugh, Satisfactory. I do recommend it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Vinod, that's the reason I made it. To see if it was going to look nice. Also, if you remember that boat that I built out in the rocky deserts, I want to try and not replicate it, because that would just be boring, but build something identical, no, with something relatively similar to it, which is going to be the plan. Okay. Speaking about plans, I have got a plan. Hopefully it won't be a completely destructive plan. What I'm going to do is 8, 9... Will that even work? No. 8, 9. Yo, Kamilos with the 10 PLN, which for those of you who aren't Polish stands for the Polish lettuce. A word beginning with N. Nuts. Thank you very much for the Polish lettuce nuts. I do greatly appreciate that. Only 500 more of these and you have a new PC. Thank you so much, man. That is very generous of you. I do greatly appreciate that. Can we get some massive GG's in the chat for Camilla. One of the best female Polish Battlefield players in the world, by the way. Right. Are you the right blueprints? You are, yeah, because you got the sticky outy bit. I think you're... Yeah, no, you are the right one. Okay. So you're going to go in like... that? We looking good? Probably not. Right, then make sure the arrow... See the arrow over there? That has to be facing south. If it faces this way, it means that these concrete bits... Oh. These concrete bits aren't going to go into each other. And we need the bits to go to each other. Did I not lock that into place? Wait, what? I didn't even lock that into place, but I was able to just really move around like that. That was pretty awesome. And early pause with a 249. We've got like a bit of a hype train going on. Hands up, pants to air. Oh, this is a family-friendly PG3 stream. But thank you very much for the 249. That's very kind of you, man. Hands up, pants down, and come up. Oh, dear. Oh, I've lost power. No. That's fine. That was very kind of you guys, though. Thank you very much. I'm getting distracted now. My favorite thing to do in Satisfactory, honestly, is just use my creative brain cells. 'Cause I truly believe that everyone, every single human, has got a creative part of their brain that they need to utilize every now and then. Whether that's playing games like Minecraft, or painting something, or making a jigsaw, or anything. But this game really scratches that itch for me. So in that regard, I like it for that reason. Able to be a bit creative and just build whatever I want. But also, I like the math part of this game as well, like just doing maths. I love maths. I'm not a psychopath, I just enjoy maths. Except in school, I hated maths in school. Actually no, sorry, I'll take that back. I liked maths in school until we started using X, Y, and Z. Like, give me a maths paper where it's adding, multiplying, subtracting, pie charts, other charts, whatever. I'll actually enjoy doing it. However, if you're telling me to find X, stop. Stop, just stop. I'm not gonna find X. X can go find itself. I didn't participate in these activities. No. I'm sorry. No chance. If X was that important to find, someone else would have found it before me. If it's that big a problem, talk to someone in Oxford about it, or in Cambridge. Not someone in year 9 doing GCSE maths, no. X is not that important. Right, so you're... Right. Right. Me trying to not get confused about the blueprints I'm placing down. Impossible challenge. Of course it's dark, it's always dark. Look at the progress we've made so far, by the way. Pretty much there. I mean, we could just end the stream here and be done with it. I'm not going to. We still got like another couple hours, but... Wow, this is progress and a half. As long as I haven't made any, like, unbelievably stupid mistakes, then we are on an absolute roll right now. But trigonometry, yeah, what... And, like, did you guys have to do the sine, cos, TOA thing? I've already forgot the... analogy used for us. I'm pretty sure it is sine, cos, TOA. What? I don't even know what that was even for. You know what, though? I didn't mind the whole speed, distance, time thing. I quite enjoyed parts of that. Like, Barry is catching a train from St. Pancras to Manchester, but the train leaves at 20 minutes. However, a train that leaves in 40 minutes travels at this speed. Calculate the time that the train can get to Manchester first. Something like that, I don't know. I love those sort of questions. Granted, it would take me about half an hour to do, but when you get to the answer, it's fantastic. And then, of course, if you don't do your workings out, you get like a formal beheading from your maths teacher. It's like you've just told them the most like, offensive joke imaginable. No, I just didn't do 7 plus 3. Behead me if I must. Unreal stuff. Okay, how many more of these blueprints can I afford? Hopefully quite a few. It was like 4th grade stuff, but it was still enjoyable. Like, you know what? 1+1 stuff was really good fun. Why can't we just do that? Go back to doing basic maths. Screw these big numbers. Don't have time for that. Too busy for those big numbers. Right, do I need more of you? No, I shouldn't do. I actually do? What? Wait, how am I? Oh, I have got a dimensional depot for that. Oh, goodness gracious, I do. So get you out of my inventory then. I completely forgot I've got a dimensional depot for my quartz and for my silica. I'm actually a genius, you know. No, I'm not. No. There we go. Chuck that into there. Where's our concrete? How much concrete do you think we've consumed so far? Is there a cat purring at me? I don't really appreciate the purring noises. Oh yeah, there it is. It's the ginger one though, so it's fine. It won't kill me. Right, let's continue. You love maths too, yellow looking. It's actually, like, fairly enjoyable when it's taught right. I do honestly believe that education, for the most part, can be fun if you've got the right teachers. I used to really dislike history, for example. I found history such a boring subject because my history teacher, at the time, no offense to her, didn't really strike enthusiasm into the class. But then I did have an interesting teacher one year, and since that year I've been obsessed with history. So all it takes is someone who likes their job to make you passionate about learning. There's a quote by Winston Churchill, I believe. Something along the lines of, a lot of us like to learn, but we don't like getting taught, something like that. I believe it's true. Did I mess up here? No. They were all good. Oh, nice. I made a slight mistake when I was in school. Well, I made many mistakes when I was in school, but one of the mistakes I made regarding languages was that in the secondary school I was in, for about 5 years I think it was, our French and Spanish teachers always swapped over. So one year our French teacher taught Spanish, then she taught French, then she taught Spanish and French and Spanish and French. But the thing is, the other teacher wasn't as nice as she was, so I used to always choose the language that one of the teachers was teaching. The problem with that, though, is that by the time it came to my French GCSE exam, I didn't know what was French and what was Spanish. So I ended up just, like, barely saying anything. Bonjour, bicyclette. J'adore la bibliothèque. Okay, we've got to wait for our iron plates, so we only got a few. My high school maths teacher completely got you off the class and you hated it, but you quite liked it in college 1st grade. Yeah, it can be fun. Yeah. There we go. How far have we come out here? It was a bad idea. I still don't know anything in French or Spanish. Other than the swear words, but that doesn't really get me very far. You know what they should do? Because we spent years learning about things like what's inside of our pencil case. I remember sitting in those classes. Actually, I'd have to do that. Just do that. I remember sitting in those classes thinking, like, if I am lost in France, or God forbid any other country that only speaks French, how is that going to help me? Monsieur, this is a pencil in my pencil case. Like, that's not going to bugger all. Whenever you learn a language, the very first thing you should learn is, help, I am completely lost. Call the police. That should be the very first sentence you learn in any language. Followed by, have you got an OnlyFans? I mean, have you got the number to the authorities? After that, you're pretty much just set. How is it nighttime again? I swear it's been night for like half an hour now. Oh well. Coal power plants, nice. Yeah, well, technically, if we're going to get technical about it, I haven't actually finished my coal power plant yet. Logistically, it's completely finished. It's been finished now for a while, but regard to beautification, I still have to try and do the roof, and there's one more wall I'm trying to do. But all the major parts of it, like our power storage units and our actual coal generators, are finished. I do want to try and revisit that another day, but it's just so low on the priority list. There's way more important things to be doing rather than spending 2.5 hours mending a roof or building a wall. The OnlyFans question's very useful. You never know. We also spent quite a long time describing our family as well. Like, hello, my name is Jimi Hendrix. I have 7 brothers and 3 sisters. I have a dog. I have 12 cats. Why? I think that also something else that you should learn with languages is directions. Like, how do I get to? And then let's say you're learning Spanish, it'll be like Spanish places, like the town, or the village, or Barcelona, Madrid, or how far away is this town, this city, this place? How do I get to the shops? How do I get to the gym? How do I, things like that. Because realistically, if I was to move to, let's say, France, Spain, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, all these countries I'm currently thinking of, right? Things like what's in my pencil case, how many sisters I've got, it doesn't really matter. But knowing how to get places, that does matter. Maybe in some places, in some education systems, they do teach you how to do certain things first. But the way we were taught wasn't like that at all. English classes too, I don't understand it. Like, if there was a foreign, let's say, a foreign school trip touring London, which is, there's always school trips around London, especially the museums. And one of them tries to engage in a conversation with you, which sometimes will happen. You do have to sometimes talk to strangers. It's very scary. So a bit of a warning for that, in case you guys ever do visit London. You might have to talk to people. And they say to you something like, God damn it, man, why is that snapping to that? Thank you. And then they say something like, or if they want to say something along the lines of, how do I get to point A or point B? How far away is the toilets? Or how far away is this museum? Or do you know where this is? They wouldn't know how to say it a lot of the time, which is a bit of a shame. Some of them are very good at English, to be fair. But they should know how to say that very, begin with. Okay, how are you looking? You should be completely fine here. Let me just make sure the pipes are also good. The pipes are fine. My cat, but I don't have drinks milk. It's ridiculous. There we go. Also, I've been out of education now for several years. But one thing that I despise, absolutely despise, is back to school ads. I don't know what it is. Even when I'm walking around the shops, which I very rarely do, and I see a back to school ad, a part of me just feels disgusted. Why are you snapping to that? There we go. I really hate it. Because they always start that crap straight away, don't they? Your very first week of school, you're relaxing, you're climbing a tree. I don't know what people do nowadays, play Fortnite. And then you walk down the middle aisle where Asda, not Asda, as Aldi, which is like a forbidden place. And then you see random things like just back to school crap immediately. Like, no. How am I out of copper sheets? There should be a grace period of when you can and can't show back to school stuff. Same with Christmas stuff. I'm an advocate for early I'm an advocate for early pause. No. Shirts off and twist. Wow. I haven't even got a webcam. I threw it out my window 5 minutes ago. But thank you very much for the 249 euros. Get some massive GGs in the chat for early. Thank you very much, man. That's extremely kind. I was going to say something, but I've completely forgotten what I was going to say now. I'm an advocate for something. Christmas stuff. they shouldn't be allowed to advertise anything Christmas related until at least after Halloween. Like, it's outrageous. It's absolute gobbledygook. I shouldn't be able to walk down the high street in September and see advertisements for Christmas shite. Like, that is outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Like, that validates my human rights under the Geneva Convention Act of 2027. There we go. No, it's ridiculous. Thank you for the donations, by the way, today, chat. I mean, it's very kind, the support already. Thank you very much. Hope that everyone's doing good in the stream, by the way. Thank you very much to everyone who's currently tuning in. Hope that you guys are doing well. Oh, dear. What am I missing now? Oh, I'm not missing anything. Going, keep going. What the hell, man? Place. My last 4 frames per second is having an absolute nightmare here. Right, you guys connected? Brilliant, let's go. You still get back to school ads as well? I hate... Oh, it boils my blood more than anything on this earth. And you know what I hate even more? Is when, like, the people in the advertisement are actually enjoying, like, the thought of going back to school. No, you don't. No one enjoys the thought of going back to school. The only exception sometimes is summer holidays. Which, by the way, I don't know how in America you guys have, like, 3 months off for summer. I would get so deadly bored out of my mind. In fact, I did, because we used to get, well, we get 2 months off here, pretty much. And at the end of the 2 months, I am just like, take me back to school. I'm so unbelievably bored, just going back into a classroom. And then I regret those words 3 minutes later, when I'm back in a classroom. Having to learn about Romeo and Juliet. Plot twist, they die. It's like, it's... I don't care. It's alright. It's done. Oh, I've got school PTSD. Oh, blimey. Oh well. That's all good, Vinod. See you later, man. Why are you connecting to this? It's not even straight. Please, please. Please, thank you. I am really enjoying this auto-connect feature. Because look at all we've been able to do so far. Like, we've barely spent maybe 10 minutes placing our logistics down. I've managed to get all of this done. Up to around about here. That's pretty decent. That's not bad going, I'd say. It's 3 months after college year, but when you just look at high school stuff, final exams, you get 4 to 5 months. Oh, I wouldn't be able to handle that. I'd get so bored. Like, the first couple days are brilliant. You think to yourself, I've got 4 months of playing, like, Call of Duty. I've got 4.5 months of like, Minecraft, whatever. I don't know what I used to play back then. Mostly just Call of Duty and Battlefield stuff. But then after week 3, I'm longing for the sweet release of just school. Or climbing a tree or something. Like, it gets to the stage where you've climbed enough trees that you just get bored of climbing trees. Although I never used to climb enough trees. That's one thing I do regret from my youth. I wish I spent more time in the actual nature itself. I spent a fair bit, but I also did game a lot as well. I played a lot of hours of video games. If there was a way I could see how many hours I've got on Mario Kart on my 2DS, it would be a disturbing amount. I start college in September, or semester in October. Oh wow. Yeah, we start university, I suppose, first week September, but it's called Freshers Year, where it's essentially a week of just touring the campus. And our campus is really small, so I kind of know my way around already, and I've been there once. So I literally went for a tour, this was 3-4 months ago, and I knew my way around within minutes. Oh, I didn't even click it down. Nice. But it's nice, so it gets you settled in. Just bear in mind, we've got a lot of people in my uni that come from places like, you know, really foreign countries like Scotland and America. So some people are quite far from home. Bloody hell, place down, man. I suppose for them it can be quite daunting. There was actually a program in my university as well where I could go to Los Angeles if I really wanted to. I can still opt for it, but I'm undecided because I like it here. And how many Roman stuff do they really have in LA that we haven't got here in the UK? Like, nothing really. So in my particular field, it's probably better off if I spend the extra year having an internship or apprenticeship in the UK rather than taking the opportunity in LA. I would like to go to LA to visit, but to spend a year where I can't really develop my skills, I'm undecided just yet. But again, that's like in 3 years down the line, so no time soon. I wonder why my game lags so much when I select this particular setting. Must be a reason for it. Oh, you're starting the semester in a week already? Oh, wow. Your Polish classmates get a month more. Wow. That's diabolical. Wouldn't go there for a year? No, a year's quite a long time. See, if it was like Texas for a year... Again, not many Roman things, but it's Texas. I've heard mixed things about LA. I've heard very mixed things. 2 months is the maximum, yeah. It's like half the people that I know that have been to LA say it's fantastic. The other half say that they just didn't like it that much. I don't know. The best way you can experience it is just by going there yourself. Like when we went to China, that was good fun. I didn't study in China, just went there to visit. It was good fun, but I felt like we only went to the really touristic places. So I didn't get like a true sense of Chinese life. And that's one thing I'm missing. How am I missing plastic? Oh, for the pipes. Of course. That's one thing that I definitely do want to try and experience when I go to countries. See what it's like to, you know, be there. There we go. Introductory things, yeah. Like, we literally spend our first week getting to know everyone that's there. I can do that over a Zoom call in 2 minutes. Hello, I am the Valhalla Pickle. Can you imagine that's how I introduce myself? Who are you? Yes, I am the one and only Valhalla Pickle. Oh, dearie me. One way to get kicked out. Right, how far back have we actually managed to go here? I feel like this is good progress. It's actually not that bad. The road's looking fine. The blueprints are all matching with each other. How is it looking from underneath? If there's any sort of problems here, I might just cry. No tears for me today, I don't think. No tears at all. That's looking rather nice. I was actually spending quite a lot of time making sure the underbit looks quite nice. Because, again, this is a rather highly elevated conveyor bridge. I mean, hence why it's called a bridge. I know, what a surprise. But if we are going to be underneath at some points, I don't want it to look like an absolute concrete monstrosity. Which is definitely one problem that I ran into with my last blueprint design. Which I made of my last playthrough, or the playthrough before that. Underneath it didn't look very good. Wow, Camille. Okay, the name Valhalla Pickle doesn't mean anything, like, weird. It literally just comes from me liking pickles to begin with, and Valhalla because of, like, just North mythology, which I kind of like, Norse mythology. And also Warhammer 40k, there's an Astra Militarum group called the Valhallans, which I quite like. That's literally where it comes from. There's no weird meaning behind it. Also, the name just sounds a bit peculiar, like the Valhallan pickle. It makes no sense. It's not supposed to make sense. That's the whole point of it as well. Because my original channel name was going to be What the heck are you doing? Spitfire Architect. Hence why whenever I log on to Satisfactory, it always says welcome back Spitfire Architect. Because that was my channel name. Which makes more sense, you know, architectural stuff. Spitfire because I'm located in Britain. But, no. I don't like things that make sense. Let's go. Oh, you're gonna bend now, aren't you? Oh, frick sakes, man. Absolute... that's fine. That, right. Actually, wait, no. I think that's fixed the problem. I didn't do anything, but it fixed the problem. Ah! What the heck are you doing? What? That's a diabolical name? I can only afford 2 of these. Oh dear, my concrete production is low. You. No, no. Oh, I'm messing up royally here. Holy moly. Yeah. You lined up there? Yeah, you're lined up. I can't actually afford another one of you, but I'm rather close. So I'm just gonna wait out here. There we go. Like, the thing is, we're 200 concrete away, but within that sentence, we're now about 100 concrete away. That's how much concrete's being uploaded to my dimensional depot. It's actually mad. It is mad. But it's what we need. We need more concrete. More is never enough. Until more is too much. You guys all connected there? Brilliant. Yes. Right, so what I'm actually going to try and do now is... no, stuff. Is move up all the resources I've currently got on me. Up here. Which is still a fair amount of stuff. I'm surprised I've got so many alclad aluminium sheets. You know what? We take it. And then I'm going to go back to my starter factory. Gather all the resources that I think I'm going to end up needing, which is definitely going to be you here as well. And then, feck. And then, yeah. Great. My dimensional depot is completely empty of stuff now, which I suppose was to be expected, and that's completely fine. Let's upload plastic. Lots more copper sheets, tons more steel beams. I think I'll focus a bit more on steel beams. Yep. Right. I'm actually going to leave you guys there thinking about it now. I've got a tactical plan. Tactical. You only see this in Hollywood movies. That's how tactical this plan's going to be. Essentially, when I come back, that's where I'm going to land. I'm then going to highlight all of the crates to dismantle, but I won't dismantle it until I get to the part of the map which I want the crates to be in. This way, it transports all the items there without me having to go back and forwards constantly. That's all good, Camille. Have a nice rest of your day. Thank you very much for tuning in. Holy lag. Yes, I love my 1 frame per second gameplay. And if you guys like it as well, don't forget to smash that like button. Apparently it helps the channel. I don't know how. I won't say something I'm not quite sure about what it is, but yeah. Apparently it does something. Right, plastic, where are you? Where are you? Come here. No. There we go. Get you guys there into my inventory. And then just temporarily, I want to chuck you into... Chuck you into here. And look at this absolute gold mine, by the way. Look at all of these fused modular frames. And a bunch of these AI limiters as well, which is brilliant. This is just pure gold. This is just absolute pure gold. The reason as to why I've left it here for now, though. Also, yes. I've been making all of this off camera. It's taken me so long, but we finally managed to get it done. I've left it all here because I haven't actually got a permanent home to place it in just yet. It will be here somewhere, like what I've done over here. But it's just, again, not a priority. I'm trying to prioritize everything as of right now into what I want to get done. Firstly, I can hold 7 of you at a time, I believe. I'll chuck you in like that. There we go. 3 stacks, just like so. Then do a bit of that. Brilliant. Copper sheets. Yeah, I am going to need quite a lot more copper sheets with the way that we are going with things. Okay, which one of you is half empty? This one. We'll do 5. That sounds good in my eyes. That should be more than enough for that. Quartz crystals, I'm not actually as concerned about as maybe I should be. Okay, that maybe I am. There we go. Grand. The only other thing that I'm relatively concerned about now is my iron plates. Everything else, I think we're going to be fine with. You just require so much. Almost never ending with the iron plates. Brilliant. Anything else I'm in desperate need of? Casing? No. Steel pipe. Yeah, I'm probably going to try and get a couple stacks of that. Maybe we'll go 1 stack. In fact, no. Honestly, no. Wait. Yes. That should be more than enough now for ages. Cable, you're fine. Fine. Yep. I suppose just concrete now. Which is over here. I knew that. I knew that. Although we are running seriously low on concrete now. Bear in mind, I've been storing concrete for, well, I say months. How long has it been? I suppose since episode 3 of the series, maybe even episode 2, so it's been several months, I'd say. But as you can see over here, we've still got many storage containers full of concrete. Got 154,000 just chilling here. Which is great, and it should all be balanced out rather nicely as well. Yeah, nothing's too tragic. I mean, you are pretty tragic. I'll get an extra row in here. I want to make sure that the last row is probably all gone. So it's evenly evened out. If it's not evenly evened out, then is it even evenly evened out to begin with? Okay, you know what? Yeah, you guys are actually fine. Give me back my concrete. Brilliant, let's go. The support on the YouTube channel has been rather nice recently for the shorts videos. Hence why I want to try and make another one for tomorrow. I think I'll talk a little bit more about the ship. That's what I was planning to make it about. The cargo ship thing that I built in my creative playthrough. Oh yeah, look at this for progress. That's too far. I've gone about 1.5 miles too far. I'm actually closer to that side now than I am to over here. Oh well. Brilliant. Bum, 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 bum. There are quite a few things here that I don't actually need. Like, why is there 100 versatile frameworks there? Why would I ever need that for anything? I think what I was going to originally do was upload that to my dimensional depot. But now we've got more important things to be dealing with than our dimensional depth. Well, than versatile frameworks at least. We'll see though. We'll see what we can do. There are a few things here though that I do want to try and upload. And holy, this is a long conveyor belt highway. It is longer than what I thought it'd be. It is, but that's okay. There we go. And I want to go up to around about there. Let me try and spot it. Here. And that got rid of everything I had selected. Great, that's fine. Whatever. Let's go. So you are a 001. So let's get 002, which is you. Make sure that you're facing the right way. Lock you in. Let's keep going. I don't quite know how much of this we are going to get done today, but luckily a lot of this is fairly straightforward. It just takes a bit of time. The one thing I am rather concerned about, though, is our actual, like, secondary blueprint that I'm going to have to try and make. Because essentially, when I'm trying to get resources over here, for example, I'm going to have to follow the river here, which I suppose I could do without a blueprint. But it might get to the stage where I'm going to need a much smaller blueprint to actually carry some of these items across. Like, for example, here, we're definitely going to be doing that. So, I'm going to have to try and design something off camera, which might be rather difficult to do. Maybe even on camera. I don't know yet. That's why I keep saying we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. Whatever happens, happens. You can still afford a few more blueprints here. That's good, I think. How's our concrete looking? Dire. Everything else is fine. The maximum we can do now is 4 more blueprints because of our quartz crystal limitage. Limitations, probably the better word to use. Was that the right blueprint? It was, yes. If I get one of these wrong, it's going to be detrimental to this project. No pressure. Yeah, no pressure. I believe that's the last one there that I can actually afford because of our concrete. Yeah, see, we're missing 2,000 concrete. That's a lot. That really is quite a bit. As we're waiting, let's try and see if we can get some more resources down here. Although, I don't want to get too many because we're just about done with this sort of area. We have got some slugs I do want to try and get. I definitely heard the sound of some sort of summer soup or mercersphere. So that's rather appealing. I suppose on our way back, what we'll do is this. I can hear it right below me, but there can't be one right below me. It sounds like it's coming from right... Well, I think there is one... Here, is there not? No? I always thought there was some sort of slug over there. I know there's a slug over there as well. Let's see, if I follow this cave, maybe. Because you do go down quite vertically, don't you? Oh no, yeah, you do. Yeah, I was going to say. Oh, I can't actually get... Ah! Bloody hell! Blood! Oh, man. That's where I think the sound's coming from, though. Afford another blueprint. That was a bloody heart attack, that was. Not ready for that. Oh, we're missing another 2,000 concrete. No. At the time that I was just yabbing on right there, or yapping on, we managed to get 2,000 concrete uploaded to our depot. So it doesn't take long. At all. I do need to have quite a lot on me here as well. Yeah, you have to slide to get down that one. Yep. Other than the cats, or the stingers, there should be a nice little reward waiting for you when you go down there. I'm pretty sure it is a mercersphere or a summer sloop, but I'm not entirely sure. No. Been down there many times before. Not as of late. You guys out. There we go. A couple more of these left to go now. So far, progress has been alright, I think. And a really striking confidence, aren't I? How's the progress? Yeah, it's bearable. Ah. It's tolerable progress. That sounds like a very good channel rename there on my part. Tolerable progress. There is a sphere. Ooh, nice. I'll look into that, I think. How far back can you go? Damn. With you lots, you're not connecting there just yet. If I try and do this, though, that should fix our problem. No. That should fix our problem. Yes. Let's go. I don't want to sound naive, but I think we're actually not doing a terrible job here. Progress seems to be progressing. From the big spot. Oh, they're dreadful, aren't they? Those things. They really are dreadful. Amazing, but dreadful. Please go forward, thank you. Bang. Then back. Right, I didn't snap it. I knew it. See, I knew the mistake before I made it. I still made it, but I knew what it was. Why are you still connecting with that? Thank you. Deary me. Funny thing is, we've made more progress in an hour than what I've made. Well, it feels like what I've made in the last couple episodes. Which is like a good 5 hours combined. So that's not really bad going, is it? If you are new to the channel, by the way, yes, this is considered good progress. If you're not new to the channel, you're probably gobsmacked by the fact I've done more than one blueprint today. Why can't I clip that down? Is it fine? Oh no, it's not fine. So I... There we go. For more than 30 hours, you rotated 180 degrees, and that spider was right back at you. You saw his teeth attacking me? Oh, that is hideous. At last, you survived. Come on. Okay, we still got a decent amount more room to go here. I'll get that, I'll get that. I'll get that whilst I'm here. No. Everything else here is fine. Yeah. Okay. Oh dear. Let's go. Oh, that wasn't snapped very well. I don't think I even bothered snapping that. Although this seems to be a bit quicker. That. There we go. Stop. Thank you. Yeah, this definitely seems a bit quicker. That's too far. Missing materials, you're kidding me. Our dimensional depot is not able to keep up with how stupid this project is. I mean, how fantastic this project is. That has taken me for surprise. It really has. Wow. Let me just make sure that I've definitely built everything in the right place here. Yep, it's all looking good. No gaps here look unbelievably big or too small. Which means yes, Operation Dune Desert is going fantastically well. No. Operation Damascus is the other name for it. Oh. That's fine. Okay, no, I thought I did it wrong. Like I keep saying, I'm so used to making mistakes that when I don't make mistakes, it feels like that feels wrong. Right, how many of these... Oh, that's it? Okay, right. Pain. Stand up from your chair to take a few steps. Speaking about, like, horror games. I've actually never played a horror game before. I don't think so, at least. Unless, like, well, a Roblox horror game about 5 years ago, maybe. But nothing remotely that scary, though. It's looking good. Now what am I missing? Copper sheets? Are you kidding me? Oh. I might have just placed down 2 blueprints in 1. Welcome, skies. Well, okay, I didn't. Good. I must have. Oh, I think I know what I did. Yep. Okay. Okay, let's try and get some of our remaining resources here. So we've got a fair bit of crap on us. More crap, fair amounts we need, but more of. Oh, that's an inspirational saying right there. How do I get out? Let me out! I suppose I can take this back, can't I? The only problem is I don't know where to actually get out from. Say somewhere here. Oh, there we go. Okay, that wasn't too bad. The spiders. Yeah, the spiders are just... pain. Like, well designed, but pain. You walk so slow. Even though we're not actually walking that slow, it's just because of how fast you were traveling back. Because those conveyor belts that can handle 780 items per minute, you can get a really good boost from them. Almost there. See, that's where I wanted to try and get to. We're basically there. A couple more blueprints and we're done. I do want to try and focus a bit more on the logistical side. We are a bit further back here than what I would like to be. Although, we have got some concrete. Let's just waste that. Whenever I get some concrete, it's probably a good idea just to use that instead. There we go. I finally started to rewatch Vikings again. I think there is another Vikings spin-off, isn't it, called Vikings Valhalla? Never viewed it, though. The Vikings is a TV show on Netflix. And I never actually finished Vikings, to be honest. It's a good show, but I just never got around to finishing it. Something that I don't like that a lot of shows do, too many shows do in fact, it's just... it's having the character look, or the main character, keep looking like they keep on dying, but then they don't. Like, oh no, the main character's dead. Oh no, it doesn't matter, they're completely fine. Even though they just got beaten half to death, but they're completely fine now. I remember, what was it, Peaky Blinders? Did that way too much with Thomas Shelby. I think 3 or 4 times Tommy was within like an inch of dying. And before you know it, the next episode is completely fine again. Or for example, okay, here's a Peaky Blinders spoiler if you guys haven't seen it. But there's an episode where Arthur, his brother, well, we were led to believe he was dead, basically. And then he comes out, then he kills the mafia chap, Luca Changretta, I believe his name was. It's like, oh, you're not dead. And I was like, oh no, Tommy's dead. Oh no, he's fine. No. I don't want this line here. It's really annoying. Oh, is that good? That's good. And they do it a couple of times as well in Vikings. It's based off Ragnar Lothbrok and his wives. He had 2. Maybe 3, I don't know. I've only seen the first 2. I won't spoil it though. It's a pretty good series. Also, something else that I don't like that a lot of TV shows especially do is whenever there's like a male character that they don't know what to do with, they either kill him off or he just stays as like some sort of irrelevant side character, which is fine. But whenever there's a female character, you just get her pregnant. Like, we don't know what to do with you, you're going to be pregnant now. And a lot of the time, it will make absolutely no sense to the story. No, okay, you're pregnant now, fine, okay. And the reason why I don't like when a lot of TV shows do that is because, in my opinion, sometimes it feels like sloppy writing. Like, you don't know what else to do with this character, so she's just pregnant now. Sometimes it works out rather well, adds an interesting new character, but half the time it's just meant a shock value, like, oh no, she's with child, who would have thought? There we go. There's not really many other TV shows or movies I'm particularly interested in. If it's popular, I probably don't like it. Not to be that one guy. Oh, Summer Stoop. Not to be that one guy, but I am that one guy that just doesn't like popular things. Like, if someone says to me, Labubu, Dubai chocolate, I might just, like, have a small cry to myself. Only a small one, though. We don't cry for long. I'm physically unable to. Missing materials. Ah, steel beams. Darn it. Right. That's fine. What I can do then is go back, gather the resources. We really don't need much now. Like, we're doing well. Well, for this part of the game at least. This stage. Any steel beams in here? Of course not. It will take us like an hour and a half to get back. I'll just do that. Also, we had Gamescom the last few days. I'm not sure if you guys saw Gamescom, but if you did, is there any game that you saw that particularly took your fancy? I didn't see anything remarkable. Obviously, I was just watching for the Satisfactory news, if I'm completely honest. And that was nice, of course. But other than that, I wouldn't say anything just grabbed my attention. Oh well. One day something will, but today was not that day. I know everyone's excited for GTA. I I really don't care for GTA at all. There's not a single part of me that's excited for the next GTA. Will I get it? No. Just straight up no. Which one do I want? I think it's this one. The only way I would get it is if it was available on a massive discount. I won't spend more than like £20 to get it. Maximum £20. I'm sure it'll be good. It's like, yeah, I'm sure, but I just got fatigued from it, really. I remember as a kid, I used to play something called GTA Chinatown on my 2DS. That was, well, it wasn't really the best of games, but I quite enjoyed it. I remember looking through the rubbish bins trying to find weapons, and there was always a pistol in one certain rubbish bin that I used to go back to every single time. I was only a kid though, I don't really understand what I was doing. I was just collecting stuff from bins. Is there anything major that I'm missing out on now? No. Although I do want to try and upload a couple of you guys to there. Absolutely. I can get a couple more, in fact. Great. Borderlands 4 as well. I've seen very mixed things about Borderlands. Very mixed things. I'll be lying if I said again I was massively excited for it, but... I've only ever played one Borderlands game, and that was completely fine. Like, I wasn't... Wait, what the heck am I... I just realized I'm extending the pipe out, but I don't actually need the pipe to go as far as I've extended it to. We can fix that a bit later on, though. Oh, well. Because where I am right now for my conveyor belt... Okay, typical, I managed to land on that, by the way. Where I am right now for my conveyor belt highway is out here. I need my pipes to just go to here. I don't need them to go all this distance. But for the conveyor belts, though, I still needed that, so I'm not, like, upset about that. I could get some more concrete, but because of how close we are to ending this, we're probably going to be okay. Yay. Perfect landing. Why are you weird? Is a question I continuously ask myself. Still yet with no answer, by the way. Oh well. Now is not a time for crying, it's a time for realization. I definitely need some sort of T-section here as well, don't I? Perfect. I'm going to go directly through to there. That's where I'll also be gathering my... well, some of my sulfur and my nitrogen gas. I've been live now for an hour and a half. We're still going to be live for at least another 45 minutes. Hopefully another hour, but we'll see. I started my stream a bit earlier today, didn't I? Yeah. Good. The reason as to why I've been starting my streams a bit later than usual as of recent is because normally when I finish my streams, before, when I used to start at 1:30 rather than 3:30, I used to go for my run after my stream. But now I'm doing it before. So it just moves around my schedule a little bit. And the worst thing I can do is end my stream and have like 45 minutes until dinner. Because for those 45 minutes, it's not long enough for me to start doing anything massively productive. But it's way too soon to start eating. So now that I've started my streams a bit later, it means that after I finish my stream, I can either go make dinner, or if it's being cooked, then just have the dinner. There we go. Oh, you're a beauty. I need all of those resources. That's great. I do want to try and chuck you off of my mind. Out of sight. Out of mind. Full commitment to what I'm thinking of. I was thinking about starting some sort of like Satisfactory YouTube choir. I think it would do really well. We'll get at least 3 viewers. You can call it Suffering in Silence. Or Summoning the Satisfactory Spirits. There's many really cool ideas we can do. Speaking about many cool ideas, what do I want to try and do with you? What I was actually going to do was add some sort of U-turn here. But if I'm going to be collecting a bunch of the water from here to go into my iron factory, which I'm most certainly going to be doing, what I might as well do is start to ramp you down. Because you shouldn't be colliding now with anything below here. I wouldn't think so. Oh no, you're Mars. Oh no! Feck. Yeah, summoning spirits coming to a screen near you. I think I want this one, don't I? Oh, you're not even remotely aligned, are you? No, you're perfectly aligned. Sorry, just ignore me. Okay. I'm liking what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing is what I'm liking. Seeing what I'm liking, seeing what I'm viewing. Let's do it. And if I'm honest, none of this is actually that important for what I want to try and get done today. But I still want it to be here just so I can get a rough understanding of what I want it to try and look like. I think you guys get the gist. It is really simple. So we go straight down. Not to the very bottom though, no. I still want it to maintain a level of elevation. How high are we right? Okay, we're about 1.5 miles too high. So I'll continue you going around the back here. Then we'll go down by 1 more of you lot. Then what I'll do is this. Heights-wise, this should be fine now, I think. Although I can't imagine that made a massive difference. Let's just try and get to the very bottom. If I'm more than, let's say, 40 meters up, I'll try and... Oh, no. Wait, no. Yeah, the sunset's beautiful in this game, isn't it, Dirk? Hope that you're doing good, by the way. We will steal the... Oh, wait. There goes the moon. Nice. Why did I stop using facecam? I just got a bit bored of it, if I'm honest. I felt like I wasn't really adding any sort of value to the stream. Sometimes I do have webcams. Sometimes. But as I say, if it's not really doing anything, then I don't really bother. Right, so how far out can I go now? And then the question is, do I want you to go out as far as I can go, or do I want you to be roughly in the middle? Because here wouldn't be too bad a place now for it, would it? If I was to turn you over there, you can get a bunch of water extracted in there, and a bunch over to the other side as well. No. Keep going forwards now, I think. We'll start with you. You facing the right way? No, you jammy little so-and-so. There we go. It says that we're missing concrete. We're not missing concrete. You. Okay, now we're missing concrete. And as we wait, let's see how far we can actually go. It's not too much further out now, I'd say. Maybe it is. I'm pretty much touching the island. Wait, what?
Please return to your designated zone.
Bloody hell,
Failure
Ada.
to comply will result in termination.
Oh my goodness gracious, she gave me a heart attack. Oh, like the little stutter there beforehand as well. I never knew Ada even had a voice line for that. That genuinely petrified me. So how far even is that? I mean, that's relatively far out.
Fix-It property is not allowed to leave Fix-It designated work areas. Function outside this area is not supported.
Ada, I'll function you outside of your area. What? Star Wars, like, yeah, the Batman game. Always do a Lego build. I could. Yeah, did I? Oh, right, you're talking about like, the Lego that I've got in real life. I thought you were talking about the Lego Star Wars announcement. Yeah, I mean, I'm currently halfway through making Darth Vader. I've made Django's Fats. No, Django Fetti. I've also done the at driver. I'm mispronouncing them on purpose, don't worry. I'm not that uncultured. I do want to try and find like a Master Yoga skin though. That could be pretty cool. So I need to come out here by quite a lot, don't I? Right. Harry Potter. Yes. I am your father. No! That was a really good episode of Harry Potter. Speaking about an episode of Harry Potter, linking what's its face, HBO is releasing its new Harry Potter series soon, isn't it? I haven't got HBO. But honestly, I might do. Because HBO had a series about Chernobyl, which I really wanted to watch. Game of Thrones, where's that located? Is that HBO as well? If it is, I want to get HBO, I think. I've never watched Game of Thrones in my life. I saw Lord of the Rings once on the plane. It was exactly, I can tell you when it was. It was in June of this year. It was the very first time in... HBO, yeah. It was the first time in a decade I have been able to sleep on an aeroplane watching Game of Thrones. Not Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings. Oh my days, man. Maybe I was watching the wrong Lord of the Rings movie, but holy moly, man. I fell asleep. Granted, I fell asleep for less than about 12 minutes, I would say, in total. I never, ever, ever, ever fall asleep on a plane. I can't fall asleep anywhere. I don't want you. Where do I want? I want you. I've never been so bored. I know everyone's like, no, it's a fantastic movie. You have to see all the other ones. No. In my viewing experience, it wasn't great. The music was fantastic. That's why I was able to fall asleep, because the music was too good. Also, the Dragon's pretty entertaining as well. Is that like the Game of Thrones spin-off series? Like how Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead are somehow intertwined? Is it one of those? Oh, speaking of The Walking Dead stuff as well. I know the Daryl Dixon show's got a couple of seasons. The only thing I've seen is The Walking Dead. I saw, I think, 1 or 2 episodes of Fear the Walking Dead. But again, I just couldn't really get into it. The only reason I watched it was because the character that plays Morgan was in it, and I like him as an actor. It is, okay. You know what, I'm gonna have to do it. I might just commit. Start watching Game of Thrones. Welcome back, Vinod. We have actually made progress. I know it doesn't even sound real, but we have managed to make progress. Although I'm just about to delete a lot of my progress. I don't want you to come out. Actually, no. I want you to come out by a little bit more. Okay. Actually, no, I don't, because you're gonna have to come over there, aren't you? That's fine. We've got 3 coal nodes. You can see the progress. Firstly, we've started to ramp down here. I don't actually need to come this far down. But eventually, when I get my water extractors placed down, I need to come here, so I might as well just do it now. And then regarding our actual conveyor belt highway, we've finished it. We have completely finished it. Except for the bits on the top I've got to try and do, but that's not too bad. Yeah, Ada gave me a massive heart attack, so that was really nice. Where do you come down? Oh, that's such an awkward spot. But we can make that work, though. So what I can do is have 3 points of entry over there. And then collect all of you 3 at that particular point of entry. Okay. This is fan-dabby freaking docious. My brain cells are discombobulated with positivity. I can't escape. I can't escape this hell. Right, it's a song. Sung terribly, but it's a song. Right, so I've actually got to try and move all of you lot back. Is there anything that I can upload to my depot whilst I'm here? I'm sure there is, isn't there? Anything but concrete. Still pipes? Yeah. Anything else? Well, I'm sure still beam. Yeah, of course. Okay. So for now, do I want to try and keep you guys here? Yeah, no, yeah. Yep, no. I've got to try and head back anyway. So what we'll do is I'll grab that. And then press this just in case. Wink. I want to try and head back to the very start of this conveyor belt highway, which I can do underneath here. I then want to try and get the exact number of how many... Well, no, of where I want my conveyor belts to go, essentially. Obviously, I know roughly where they're going to end up going. But for example, this conveyor belt might just be for sulfur. I know it's... I think it is actually. Like, these 2 are just for sulfur, I believe. I need to know like how much coal is on each conveyor belt. I've got everything already written down. So it has to be by the PAM. If it's not by the PAM, I might as well just not even bother doing it properly. And I am going to be doing this properly. Yeah, we finished it, man. We've actually made progress today. I know it almost sounds like sarcasm, but no, we've actually made progress. Goes on for a while, doesn't it? Bloody hell. Yeah. Why is there... Okay. Just don't, like... If I get into a conversation with myself, I'll still lose. Yes, brilliant. Okay. Firstly, get you out of there. Get it out. Any more steel beams I've got? Yeah. You in there. Great. Am I sure? Yeah, no, I'm completely sure I've actually made progress. It's unreal. I know it sounds fake. Fake news. Stop. So a few of you might remember a couple episodes ago, when I was marking out all of my conveyor belts, I put a number above those conveyor belts. That's the amount of resources I want to go on those conveyor belts per minute. Now what I'm going to have to try and do is travel back to where I just was, which honestly it might be easier to respawn than fly out there, so let's do that. In fact, no. I'm going to go there the proper way. Travel. It takes about the same sort of time, but at least this way I get to experience what I've built. I think then what I'll do is... on the right side of the screen where I've written like 4K water, 4K sulfur, I'll write the resources that I need. in each particular location. There we go. Perfect. Unless I write it down on a piece of paper. Or screenshot it, but I'm not going to screenshot it though. Where's the middle? That's good enough. Okay, let me try and get a piece of paper. Also, I had some dark chocolate before this, and it makes me want to ask a question. Do you guys prefer... Feck. Got my water bottle. Do you guys prefer dark chocolates, milk chocolates, or white chocolate? In fact, let me do a poll in the chat. Engage with your audience. Let's engage each other. There we go. What's chocolate do you prefer? We'll go white. We'll go dark. We'll go milk. There's no third option. There's no fourth option. There we go. These are extremely important questions. The most important questions anyone's ever asked. He said, have any other questions been this important in history? I said no. Have I done my work here? Bloody hell, man. A bunch of crap everywhere. There we go. So, we have 4 of our pipes. Which are all carrying 450 nitrogen gas. Then have 1 conveyor belt input, which is 600 coal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. That's all 600. Okay. This looks absolutely terrible on my page, but that's fine. We then have 2 780 coals. And have a 300 core. We then have 2 sulfurs at the end there for 780 each. The reason why it's 780 is because that's what our conveyor belt can handle, because we are dealing with pure nodes and a Mark III miner, which is really good. So now that I've written everything down, I should be a little bit less useless. Sorry, Darth Vader, move out my way. Move, tell him, get out the way. Get out the way. It's a song by Jamie, I think. So far, dark chocolate's on 50%. Half of the people in the galaxy think that dark chocolate is the best chocolate. Got white at 17% and milk at 33%. Damn. Is there anything that I might as well take from here? I should have enough for... where is it? Your face. I need like 12 of you in total. No, that's not 12, is it? Yeah. That's fine, yep. I've already got enough of you lot. Need 10 of you guys eventually. This would be tomorrow's job. Like, I'm going to be designing some actual blueprints here for like the base of our miners. And I think it will end up looking quite nice. I want to try and go with some sort of dome sort of thing. But we'll develop that a bit more on tomorrow's stream. If I do stream tomorrow, whenever I stream next. I've already got you placed down. Don't need more of you. Shard-wise, I have got enough shards. I know because I uploaded them a bit earlier on today. Speaking about uploading stuff, let's try and get the 2 more stacks of you. Why are you not painted properly? Now you are. Brilliant. We can get a stack of wire as well, just to keep our dimensional depot popping off. No. Okay, great. Let's go. White chocolate's vile. The only one that I can eat. Actually, there's 2. There's a Dutch one called Tony's. Tony's has a particular white chocolate where it's white chocolate and raspberry. Normally that thing would not appeal to me. But I tried it once and thoroughly enjoyed it. In fact, actually, I made a video talking about it. That's how much I liked it. That was really unfortunate. Might as well get some fuel. But the other one that I don't mind is the... something boy. Milky Boy? Is that what it's called? Milky Way? No, not Milky Chocolate something. I don't know. Oh, T-section. Damn. Have I got a T-section blueprints? That's where you're gonna be. You. Let's see. I suppose I have to get rid of you lot for now. Temporarily. Although, to be fair, that's actually a really good little chunk that managed to slice out of that. That's brilliant. Yeah, Tony's is fantastic. I think it's really good. The dark chocolate's really good for them as well. No. Okay, I don't seem to have a T section. I've got an intersection, or a junction, which is a four-way. That won't quite cut the mustard, I don't think. I could edit it, but eventually I'm just going to need a T-junction anyway. So I suppose tomorrow we can design that. Let me just make a list of everything that I want to try and do tomorrow. I mean, apparently it's everything. So, T-way junction. Then foundation for minor. Brilliant. Then conveyor only in caps blueprints. What I mean by this is a much smaller blueprint than what I've done over here. And the only purpose of that particular blueprint is going to be for conveyor belts. So it'll most likely be about one foundation wide. It won't contain a road. It won't probably contain a hypertube or anything. It will just literally be a conveyor belt path rather than a highway. Managed to get some pickled flavored white chocolate, and you don't think you've ever spat something out faster than that. Even I wouldn't eat that, and I love pickles. That does sound not disgusting, just revolting. You know, just revolting. Let me get the Satisfactory map then to try and do. Is you lot. Okay. You're already over there. That's great. We've then got a couple more coal nodes, which should be kind of below us. Not exactly, but somewhere in this direction. There we go, yes. We'll come out over there. I have to remove now one conveyor belt there for the coal, one conveyor belt for the sulfur, then everything for our pipes. We should have no more pipes. There we go. Oh, you're going to take a while to do, aren't you? I must say, I still do like a good Cadbury's chocolate, even though it is just pure sugar now, it feels like. We don't want you to go. So the difficult part now is going to be... There we go. Trying to get rid of all of our pipe stuff without getting rid of our conveyor stuff over here. You're too low, aren't you? Yes. Although I suppose... No, I might as well keep you here. Yep. Just keep it the way it is. Make things easier in the long run. Yep. was thinking now, it might actually be a bit easier just to go over all the pipe stuff, then come back for the rest. Inventory rights, we're doing completely fine. Good? Yes, okay. Yeah, this won't take too long at all. Only a couple hours. No. Well, hopefully no, at least. It shouldn't take that long. On our way back, we then get rid of all of the supports. That would make sense to me. Something else that I've been meaning to rewatch is the Thunderbirds. I got the theme tune stuck on my head a couple days ago. Good show. What day is it today? Tuesday. It's probably a bit too early to start talking about the weekend, but has anyone got any interesting plans for this weekend? Or is it just too early to say? I don't think I'll be doing anything. Just enjoying my last weekend off until October. Should be fun. And it's going to get quite busy, won't it? And this is a good way to get all of our pipe logistics back. All of that plastic and copper sheets. Oh, look at that already. Brilliant. How's our depot actually doing? With our sheets. I keep uploading them. We also keep using them though, so there we go. Back you to there. Back you to there. Great. Anything else I need to desperately upload? Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 lately in a spare time. The lack of facial animations in the first game reminded you of Thunderbird. Yeah, it's I wonder how old Thunderbirds actually is now. Wait, it's British? I thought it was American. Huh. I had no idea, generally. 1966. That's season 2. Wasn't there? Oh, also, Sharp is fantastic. It really is. Actually, I was researching Game of Thrones recently as well. I was watching a clip of a guy on ITV, and I thought I recognized him from Ackley Bridge, and he wasn't Ackley Bridge. Oh no, so this as well. I was doing some research into Power Rangers, and apparently they just ripped something off from like Japanese telly. Had no idea, but yeah, Sharp's a fantastic show. There's some movies about it as well. I swear there was. I remember watching this. This is the one I remember watching first. 2004. So I was 2 years old when this came out. Robot. No way Robots was released in 2005. Wow. I thought it was like a 2015 sort of thing. Robots, again, is another really good movie. It's one of those movies that when I first watched it, I thought it was decent. I didn't think it was great, but when I've gone back and watched it previously, I thought it wasn't too bad. I've seen worse media. I have definitely seen worse media in my life. It's very relaxing, isn't it? It's too relaxing. It is. You there as well. I'll probably try and square a lot of this stuff away again tomorrow. In fact, that was something I was going to going to continue doing is writing down that list of everything that I want to try and get done tomorrow. The pipe stuff I want to try and get done today at least. Get rid of all of this. Wait. Ooh, that was close. We weren't on the right settings. Conveyor only blueprints. Conveyor logistics. So tomorrow I want to try and, first things first, make that T-way junction. And the foundation to the miner I'll do a bit later on. The logistics inside of here has to get done though. Again, wrong setting. I'm not planning on necessarily taking that much time with... It shouldn't need that much time. It's basic enough as it is. Ah. Too early to say, that's fair enough. Yeah, that's summer sleep again. There we go, we are just about good there with the pipes. Actually, no, a bit further back. No, you're fine. So regarding these lot, what I'm going to have to do here is get rid of everything here. Get rid of that. I suppose for now I will end up getting rid of you. Yeah, milk and dark chocolate are tied, surprisingly. White chocolate weirdos. It depends on what I... The thing is, right, whenever I have white chocolate, especially recently, it doesn't taste of anything. Occasionally, there will be white chocolate where I have it and I think, oh, that actually tastes like it's pretty decent. I can taste the white chocolate, which is mostly just sugar and a little bit of like vanilla, let's say, for example. Other than that, the majority of times I have it, it's just a bit shite. You know. Sometimes it's nice shite, though. Depends on the experience. So, there's 2 of the normal nodes out there. Both of you guys are 600s. We also have a 3... Okay, so you're the 300 there at the end. Right. You. One more over here as well. If I was to get rid of that... Okay, yeah, you're both on the same level. Brilliant. What I want you to do... Let's go to there. Cancel. There. And of course, you don't line up properly, you absolute scallywag. The reason why I want it to line up here is because those end 2 will eventually be for sulfur. You guys are both 600s. So we're going to leave a 2 gap there. And go straight to here. I knew that wasn't going to work, yet it still fooled me into thinking it would. There we go. Let me just make sure that's definitely correct. If I come back over here just for a quick minute and get rid of you. And this is what I'll be doing a little bit of tomorrow, making sure that all my maths is lining up with what I've written down. Which should be a good laugh, actually. That's a... No, wait. Why is it not? There we go. Stick to the one I wanted to try and get rid of. You guys can all go. Great. Same with you. White chocolate cake. Yeah, there are exceptions, but the thing is, milk chocolate and dark chocolate I can eat by itself. White chocolate, I need it to be in something. Often when it's in something, it tastes too weak unless it's in a slightly different format than just like a chocolate bar. If it's like a white chocolate bar, I won't eat it. If it's white chocolate with red velvet, let's say, I will demolish it. It just depends on what it's paired with. A lot of the time. Here we go. So we've got 2 on the sides. Both of you lots. 1, 2. You're both sulfur. You're the coal that's a 300 node. We then have 2 more in here that are both going to be pure nodes. Then there will be a... Wait, how big is the gap in here? That's a 3 gap. No, that middle one doesn't count. Okay, yeah. So 600, 600, 600, 600, 600 pipes. Okay, yeah. So this is actually correct. Brilliant. That's proper good. You can also go now as well, just for now. In fact, what are you? You're a 600 one, aren't you? We've got 2 impure coal nodes directly underneath there, which are 300 each, 600 combined. So I suppose you could just be that. Save a lot of time that way, at least. You don't like any chocolate. Okay, I'm going to be removing you from your mod position. No, I joke. I wish I was the same, but I've got a sweet tooth. A massive sweet tooth. It'll feel weird if I don't have a good chocolate bar in a day. Not like an entire chocolate bar, but like at least a bite of chocolate. Or a chocolate product of some sort. Okay, we are making some good progress now with this. I wasn't actually quite sure how long this was going to take. A game that I have been thinking about getting recently. I know I was just talking about like how no games or movies are interesting me at the minute. I think it's been out for a while. It's called Holdfast. It's a game that I believe is set in 1800s, although I did see a World War I setting for it as well. But you essentially can play as a faction, and there's voice chat in it, which is, I mean, it makes the game voice chat. It could be the British, the French, the Americans during the Revolution. I believe that's one of the factions, at least. You might have seen clips floating around on TikTok or Instagram. I'll try and get a picture of it up. This one. Where you can play as a soldier, and essentially you're with a group of real people. I don't think there's AI in it. But from what I've seen, it looks really good fun. That's pointed right at your chap there. Is that a grenadier? I don't think so. Oh well. But it seems like it's going to be a really fun game. It's been out for a while. And yeah, there is also a World War I option in there as well. I might honestly get it. I think it's like 17 quid. Yeah, you got the Brits, the French, the Americans there. You got the Turks, the Austro-Hungarians, and the Germans. The Germans. That's my German accent. Yeah, it seems like a good meme. I won't stream it. Look at the graphics. Oh wait, this is a different game, that's why. Dear me. It's called Hold Fast Nations at War. Not a sponsor, just looks like a good game. What crashed your game? I got no idea what crashed my game. It can't be that I reached the max omit. limits, nice. Object limits. Because I've placed down thousands of objects today. Thousands of objects. I've also been producing tens of thousands of objects and spending hundreds of thousands. So that couldn't have been the problem. So, no, it's a bit of a dead-end conclusion there on that one. Don't get rid of the ceiling. I'll be seething if I get rid of the ceiling. There we go. Must be close now, right? Bloody hell. Yeah, also something... Oh, I know what I've got to do tomorrow. I have to try and write it down now. Tower blueprint additions. Essentially. Welcome, Sinister Plank, by the way. Hope that you're doing well. Yeah, basically adding our power tower segments to the end of these, and it makes a huge difference. Like, this looks okay. It looks very, very okay the way it is. But adding in those power towers makes such an unbelievable amount of difference. Okay, underneath it looks pretty cool. Try and get a thumbnail for tomorrow. Beautiful. That looks not completely shite. Then also the last thing I'm going to try and do tomorrow. I'm not going to get all this done tomorrow, but I'm going to at least have it written down. And if I do it, just tick it off. Is connecting hyper tubes together. There we go. So above us, we've got a bunch of hypertubes that currently aren't connected. I want to connect that because it will just make my life simpler. And normally, what I've been doing as of recent is making my life simpler. Because that is nice to do. Not just in Satisfactory, but just in general. If you've got the key to your escape, use it. Free yourself from the misery of unseasoned chicken nuggets. I know. It's a very inspirational quote that will go down in history. Bloody hell. Okay, we're almost there. Almost there. Great. Oh, wait. Great. Oh, wait. Great. There we go. You lot, I'm obviously going to try and keep there, because you're going to be bending in that direction when we build our new blueprint tomorrow. You are going to go for now. Again, our T section's going to do something regarding that, hopefully. There we go. Yeah, I try to make things look presentable. I do try. Why am I taking the shot there? There we go. Take it over here. We've got the actual road. There we go. No. And progress has most certainly been made. We have completely finished our conveyor belt highway. The logistics, on the other hand, well... What a fantastic shot to end on. I know, fantastic. Brilliant. It might look complete, but as you can tell by the fact there's currently no resources on here, I still have a few things to jumble around with. The autosave, man. Holy moly. It's nowhere near complete, even though it might look like it. All the conveyor belts are in place, but I've actually got to remove a few of them, especially further up, where I'm not carrying as many resources. But if you do look as far as the eye can see, we have got a lot of conveyor belts currently placed down. Holy zoom. However, what I want to try and work on right now is this. There's music. There's music. I can't have music in the background. However, what I want to try and work on right now is some sort of T-junction. Essentially going straight in front of us, which luckily enough is directly through the canyon. This is where we are going to be collecting our nitrogen gas and one of our sulfur nodes. And I want to try and make it look rather presentable, so that shouldn't be too difficult to design. I also want to try and make a bunch of other blueprints as well, especially to do with our actual miners and how we're going to get the resources from the miners to our conveyor belt highway. Because just dragging them across the desert, even if it's just 50 meters, is not acceptable. Not for me, at least. We've done a lot. Everything from the dam, to the logistics, to the conveyor belt highway. It's all been good fun so far, but we've still got a lot more left to do. There we go. And yeah, so tomorrow is going to be a pretty fun stream, I think. Again, if I'm live tomorrow, maybe the day afterwards. It should be a pretty wow, pretty fun stream. I want to make that junction. That's priority. Number 1. The second priority is going to be the logistics underneath. Right down there too, as a second priority. The third priority is going to be those hypertubes. Make sure that they're all connected. That's a very simple thing for me to try and do there. The next thing is going to be the pillar supports underneath there as well, which is actually something I didn't even write down. Pillar supports. After that, we then got the power tower blueprints. The last two things is our conveyor only blueprints. Oh yeah, that's not a priority. And then foundations for the miners. So there we go. So the priority list is the T-way junction, this thing. Then make sure that this is all completely squared away. Then it's the conveyor logistics to make sure that this is all working properly, that everything is in the right location. For example, like we have to have 600 coal there, 600 there, then down here we have to have 780 sulfur. It has to physically be like that, because that's the way I've designed everything on the other side. If we don't do it like that, all the maths is going to be wrong eventually. And the last thing that I want to happen is thinking that I've got a 600 coal node, when in reality I've got a 300 coal node from over there. It then means that it's going into the wrong amount of machines, making the wrong amount of products, meaning that we have less efficient factories, and I mean, obviously that's not very good, so that's rather important to try and accomplish there as well. The third thing is connecting the hypertube cannons, or tunnels even, which luckily most of it already is connected. It's like a very tiny bit at the end, no concerns there. That should take like literally 2 minutes, no, maybe 10 minutes, knowing how slow I am. Then it's the pillar supports, which is everything underneath our conveyor belt blueprints. You can just about see it there. Making sure that goes right down to the very bottom with our appropriate, as being the key word, amount of conveyor lifts. If you don't know, this is how we get our resources from the bottom layer to the top. I've got these conveyor lifts that will be running right alongside of our pillar supports. It just looks nice, it looks presentable. Fifth thing is the power tower blueprints on the side. It just makes it look quite nice. Have I got any place down currently? No. So that's going to take quite a long time to do. And if I'm honest, that's where I want to try and get to for tomorrow's stream. Everything up until there. The stream after that, if we can, will then be making our conveyor-only blueprint, essentially trying to get from the nodes to the actual conveyor highway. I want that to look nice and presentable. I've already got an idea in mind, so that shouldn't take too long. Famous last words. Anything else? Yes, and the foundations for the miners. So when I place on a miner, let's say on this node right here, I don't want it to actually show the node's visibility. So what I want to try and do is go into the blueprint designer, then design something that essentially goes on top of this, which will make everything else look a bit more presentable. Luckily, these nodes are nice and flat. I don't want to make the blueprint too big. I want to mess around with that. That's going to take a while to do. Hence why I'm going to give it its respectable time. But regardless, that is going to be quite a lot the next couple of episodes. So I hope that you guys are looking forward to it. Because in all honesty, I am. And that should take us quite nicely to either Thursday or Friday, depending if I stream tomorrow. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I do greatly appreciate that. Thank you for the donations as well and the membership. That was very, very kind. Again, a massive shout out to Early Pause and Camille for the donations. And a massive shout out to Jakub for becoming a member. We are now up to 31 channel members or something. Like, it's mad. It is absolutely just amazing, but mad. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll be live again tomorrow, so make sure you guys are subscribed if Satisfactory is a game you are interested in. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Stay safe, pioneers, and Godspeed.